Okay, so here we go again. I brought the radio in here just to get it ready to do the next stage on. I set it down and it came on. So I've turned on my video camera while we investigate. How did that happen? That's the antenna right there, so my hand gets near it. You hear that? And let's see if we can move this out of here. There we go. Okay. Now, watch this. Watch. So what's moving? It's touching the switch here. This cable, these wires, nothing else. So first, the switch. No, there's no way that's... The wires. No. There's not much left. Maybe the change on the angle of the top is causing something to happen in the top. It's really... There's a mystery for you. Let me turn it down a bit here. Somebody explain that to me. And now I made it go away for good, maybe. Well, that was pretty interesting while it lasted, while the fun lasted. What was it? Mysteries abound with this radio. Well, it's gone away again. So anyway, glad I captured that on video. And let the guessing continue. Okay, so that was pretty interesting. Kind of leaves me with more questions than answers, maybe. But no doubt some very important observations. If we can just understand what the message is. So let's just see if we can get it working right now. Well, that was interesting. Now, I don't know if you got that on camera. No, I think my thumb was blocking it. But as I swung the lid back, there, I did it again. This red light came on. Now this is switched off. Let's watch again, if you can see it. Maybe we'll do it again. There. Did you see that? I'm hoping that's in view. I'll see if I can just turn this off. Oh, there it goes again. Now why would that be? It's switched off. So there it goes. Now, let's see if I can make that happen by flexing something else. Something specific. No. It's really mysterious, isn't it? It seems like when I move the lid, the only thing I'm flexing is this black wire and this clear kind of wire. This one's strained pretty tough now. It's pulled pretty hard here. I can see the light flashing in accordance with how I'm moving the lid. You might not even see how I'm moving the lid. Look, I just bumped it with my finger and the light came on. Something is really sensitive to the position of things here. Oh, I just saw a little flash as I touched here, but I think I was moving the lid a little bit. Because, you know, my hand is not perfectly still. Okay, first let me move my hand a little bit. Watch that light. Yeah, that was one little flash. It's like there's a little tiny bit of charge left somewhere, just enough to... Oh, it's more than a little bit. Did you see that? What am I flexing here? Okay, now I'll try this wire. No. And all this with the radio switched off. Not doing it now. Oh, there it goes. You gotta switch on. Pretty mysterious stuff. Where's my... I gotta find my mirror. I couldn't find it last time. I really need it now. Okay, great thing. Found the mirror. Back to first century technology here. Okay, so I keep an eye on the digital screen here while I'm doing this. This stuff here. Let's see if we can make that light flash again. I turn the set off. There's a little flash. And I'd be floored if something came on the screen while I've got the switch off. That would be pretty bizarre. These lights are the signal strength indicator lights. That's what's... there we go. Now why would it be I would bring this into the shop, set it down, and as soon as I set it down it came on. I didn't do anything rough with it, nothing unusual at all. And on it came. There are no buttons or switches or anything back here. Well, let's go after what forget about the flashing light there and get back to the real nature of the problem. I did study the schematic very thoroughly and all the maps of how all these parts are laid out on the various boards here. There's quite a few boards. One there, one there, one there. This one, the big one below it. The power gets from the two AA batteries that are here into the board via just a mechanical connection where some springy materials push up on the board. And word is, this is not good in the long run. Not like a soldered connection. And become faulty. And just a tiny amount of resistance there is enough to upset the apple cart. So by looking at the schematic, I learned where those connections are made. And I should be able to flex the board. I don't exactly see where. It's right in this area here anyway. Now, the volume's up, so if it comes to life, well, I mean, we should know it. The switch is on. So I'm just pushing down, pushing more and more force down on the board. Okay, that's a fair bit of force there. Be about the same as, let's say, 2 pop cans, 2 of pop. It's about how much weight I'm pushing down. Turn off. Maybe it can't come on maybe until I do that. No. Okay, so I'm going to let it up now, kind of slowly. Okay, so what I thought I was doing is I'm driving the board down into the contacts. And in my imagination, I'm figuring on an almost microscopic scale, moving the board causes the contacts to chafe a little bit for some reason. Maybe they travel like this, or something's going on that's causing a little bit of abrasion. And I'm trying to count on that to break through the supposed interference with the connection, and voila, the radio should spark to life somehow. But so I'm starting very slow. My approach on this is very slow. Absolutely no beneficial effects so far. So if it's true what I'm suggesting, that flexing the board a bit will cause some abrasion, they'll pay off in the end, then we need to not do this, we need to do this. So, and we might even need to sort of shock it a little bit mechanically too. So I'm going to get a better tool that puts pressure on the board but not with such a sharp point. That's a little too sharp. What would that be? Son of a gun. I'm just looking, I don't have something quite like that. Oh yes I do. There we go. It's got a bit of a flat top to it. Yeah. All ready for this thing to come screaming to life. You got your seatbelt on. You know what I do when I'm wearing headphones and I'm worried that things are going to become suddenly loud? I just hang them around my neck. I can still hear the sound. Then sometimes I turn it up a bit. Then I can still hear the sound, but won't get my ears blown off. Well, we're getting nowhere here with this theory of the contact thing. You know, unless they're so bad that The other thing I'm thinking is when I've seen the radio work, it really hasn't worked. It's just got itself into a better than dead state. That's about it. That while it's making sound, we might think of it as being really much closer to working, but in fact, whatever has happened to allow it to make sound is really not even part of the real problem in the radio, if that makes any sense to you. Or how about we're starting up half the radio in some trickery method by inserting batteries, whatever it might be. Meanwhile, the part that's not working has never worked since the radio's been in front of me. And I'm fooling myself by thinking that because some sound comes out now and then, oh, that must be that we're that much closer, to making it work. It really may not be the case at all. I did notice that some of these connections appear to be recently resoldered. Let me take a closer look at that. Appears to be the odd connection that looks different than the rest. I'll show you. Now, my eye catches right away this connection and this one. It's a little harder to see. Let's see if I change the lighting around here. You start to see that, they're both very shiny and all the rest are kind of dull. I can see out of there with the camera. It's under there. What is that? Oh, it's the far side of this wire right here. Coming around and coming up. Those match the solder points. One of them does. That's curious. That's curious to me. Because I think I see another one. Hard to point again, isn't it? Right here. It's not the best looking piece of solder job right there, is it? Not the best looking piece of solder job. When I talk like that, I hope you understand I'm only using about 10% of my brain. I got only 10% connection to the mouth parts there. So, because I'm busy looking at the screen, just like you might be. Well, we could resolder some of these. But I've done the board flexing thing here. Flex the wire lots. Okay, so let's go back to this other idea that somehow when I was tipping this, somehow that's maybe through gravity causing some component variation that was triggering that part of the radio on and off. Whatever that part means. Put you where you can see that red light again. It's right here. Okay, I'm hoping you saw that. The set is turned off. It's turned off, and I'm simply moving this top part. Right there. You know what? I'm pretty sure this contacted the switch here, just slightly. Let's see. Do anything. Okay. I saw a little flash. There's another flash. Okay, so I switched it on, and you may have seen the light come on. Nothing. I feel like I could do this for another hour and just be in the same spot I'm in now here. Not too happy about the pressure results. There were no results. Any slight indication of success in fixing the problem from flexing that board, and I'd be taking it off right now. But without any real direct evidence, I can't justify removing all this circuitry and run the risk of introducing more faults. An odd bird. Okay, man. Just watch me kind of get nothing out of this. I don't even. Oh boy. Well, you know, when you watch my videos, you're coming along for the ride with me. And I'm not suggesting for a moment that I'm going to be successful with everything I try. Just hopefully I'm not doing any extra damage. So that's about as far as we're going to get with this thing right now, I think. Which is not very far. Boy, oh boy. Yep, I'm just staring at it. And nothing's coming to mind, so I'll have to set it aside again for a while.